Unbelievable! Incredible! Unbelievable!
Save! And Spark are champions!
Goal! It doesn't get any better than that!
Coming to you live from Veterans Park in Bayville, New Jersey. It's semi-professional soccer on Game and Frame. It's the Delaware River Conference of the APSL 2025-26 season, on the ball and rolling here, just a stone's throw away from Barnegat Bay and the Jersey Shore. It's Jersey Shore BOCA playing in their second home game of the season, playing host to mid-table Real Central NJ. Both teams looking to get back into the win column for the first time in a little while. I'm James Burley, Nick Kraus behind the camera. Happy to have you with us for our New Jersey-based production of Game and Frame. It's an absolutely great night for football here on the East Coast. It's going to be a cracker of a game between Jersey Shore BOCA and Real Central New Jersey. Don't go anywhere, folks. We're going to hit starting lineups and first kick in just a minute. And welcome back to Veterans Park, match day 6 of the APSL Delaware River Conference in the 2025-26 APSL season. We are underway from Bayville, New Jersey. The visitors, Real Central NJ, from right to left in white, and from left to right, the home side, Jersey Shore BOCA, still in search of their first win of the 25-26 season. 1 point through 5 matches and just 2 goals scored. On the other hand, Real Central NJ started the season really well with 2 wins. They haven't been able to get back into the win column since. They've got 6 goals through their 5 matches and scoring by committee from 6 different goal scorers. The starting lineup for the home side: in goal, Rob Andrade. The back 4 from right to left, Dane Calhoun, Clay Yanazone, Justin Alvis, and Dylan Cansone. The middle 3, Alex Matos, the captain Billy Bartels, and Gianni Smith. The front 3 from right to left, Adrian Delasio, Sean Moffitt, and Harmony Bell Gam. The starting 11 for the visitors in no particular order: GB Tata Ba, Filippo Diana, Jonathan Firmino, Liam Fredericks. In the goal, it's Brendan Cairns, Sean Melelli, Giuseppe Pierleonardi, Giuliano Pierleonardi. Giovanni Pierleonardi actually starts on the bench this time. Dennis Rooney, Ilya Saakashvili, and Cole Sotak round out the 11. Here's Fredericks, former Tiffin University man, plays on the left back today. Moved into the middle nicely. is Sean Malelli. Sean Malelli, a goal scorer. And what was a early season great win against Alloy SC, the second strongest team on paper in this APSL Delaware River Conference. They opened up the year with a strong 2-1 win at home at Mercer County Community College. Goals from Malelli as well as Filippo Diana are both in the starting 11. Picked up again by Fredericks. Foul whistled against him. He was looking to combine on the near side. Saakashvili, who's leading the press now, the former pro from the country of Georgia, playing in the third tier there with Koketi Kobe's reserve side, formerly as well of Union SC in the UPSL. He was on the board in that match against Ally. Now leading the charge the other way is Moffitt, met by Chibi Tatsaba, the former Pennsylvania Prime FC UPSL player, who did well to win possession and earn the foul for his side. Now Sotek. Good first touch. That's Saakashvili on the turn. Again for Fredericks. Met by Bartels. They work into the middle again. Here's Malelli. Switched all the way to the opposite side. Here's Dennis Rooney. Dennis Rooney, the former Delran high school man. One of the best public programs in all of New Jersey. It's a good-looking ball in the opposite direction. Adrian Delasio was the target. Just too much power on it. It's going to go all the way back to the goalkeeper. It's Brendan Cairns' first touch of the ball. The former Drew University and Alvernia player. Currently now an assistant coach with TCNJ. Staying involved at the collegiate ranks. First touch was taken out of the air from the likes of Harmony Belgam and now switched to Calhoun. Delasio had the switch in mind, but that one's cut out easily so by Jonathan Firmino, the Union, New Jersey native. Now on the turn is D'Anna. Falls kindly for Giuseppe Pierleonardi. And Giuseppe was looking inside for the cutting run on the far side. Giuseppe, the oldest of the three Pierleonardis on the roster today, as Saakashvili turns. Chance now for Real Central Jersey. D'Anna thought about it. And instead of electing to cycle the ball back around, here's Firmino. Inside and with space. The shot there was Filippo D'Anna, the former pro in Italy. Gave that one a good look, but would have been a spectacular strike to beat the goalkeeper Andrade from there. It's going to be a goal kick. Filippo D'Anna had a goal against Philadelphia SC earlier this season. Played in Serie C with ACR Messina in Italy between the years of 2016 and 2018. Also cut his teeth in the States with Cedar Stars Academy, just up the road in Tinton Falls, their main home base out of Monmouth. As the press intensifying for Jersey Shore BOCA, Firmino under siege from Gianni Smith there. He's going to have to switch this one in the air. Fredericks with a tough one to deal with. Delasio applying pressure, and the referee was all over that one. Foul given. The refereeing crew today in New Jersey is Kenny Freeman in the center. AR1 is Tom Pugliasella, and AR2 Stephanie Wieland. Good idea on the dummy from Saakashvili. Instead, it's won in the midfield by Jersey Shore BOCA, and Bartel's looking inside for Belgam. Quick off his line, and brilliantly so was Kerins. The flag did come up on the near side from the assistant referee, Wieland. Going quickly, Real Central NJ. Currently sitting in 8th out of 12 in the table, as this is a good ball forward for Mileli to chase. Sean Mileli on his right foot. What a save that is from Rob Andrade. Had to get down to his left, and it's the first shot of the contest. A really dangerous one, and it'll bring about the first corner as well for the visitors. Sean Mileli, the captain of this Real Central Jersey team from Marlton, NJ. Played at the collegiate ranks with Montclair State, as well as Rosemont, as this one's flushed back in, but corralled by the home side. BOCA going the other way. Here's Delasio. He's got numbers to his left. Now Moffitt cutting to his right. Here's Sean Moffitt. Back now for Dane Calhoun. Big switch to the opposite side, recovering. That was Giuliano Pier Leonardi to knock that one away. The youngest and the oldest of the Pier Leonardis getting the starts tonight on opposite sides of the pitch. For Real Central NJ, coached by Ira Jersey, the founder and general manager of this RCNJ side. He's joined on the sidelines by Jason Conrad, the assistant coach, Bonniewell Graham, and fellow assistant, not here today, also assistant at Princeton Day, a high school, another strong team in New Jersey. As a fight there, foul whistled on Moffitt coming out of the back, earned by Firmino. Firmino coming out of the youth academy ranks of several sides, as well as playing in the U23 reserve leagues for professional sides in Portugal, for coming to New Jersey, playing as well at the Nisa level with Michigan Stars FC. As this is a long ball headed towards Giuseppe Pier Leonardi. It's a last name you'll hear a few times with this team. 3 brothers, all on the same side. Giovanni, Giuseppe, and Giuliano. Giuliano and Giuseppe on the pitch at the moment. Giovanni available from the bench, the middle brother. Here's Alex Matos. Andrade biding his time, and now looking long for the advance run from the fullback Calhoun. That's a lovely first touch from him. And now Delasio looking to spring a run early. Second ball will fall back to him kindly. The bounce from Calhoun is a good one. He had the movement from Moffitt, just couldn't link up with the number 9 there. Back to the goalkeeper, Kerins. Gianni Smith intercepts that one, bouncing off of Moffitt. Looking again for Smith. Referee says play on. The contact was there with Gibi Tataba. Here's Sotak, the former Philadelphia Union Academy man. Forward, here's Giuseppe now. And a good challenge from Calhoun to concede a corner, the second for RCNJ. Still early in this one, but the pitch has been tilted a little bit to this side. The only shot we've seen in this contest forced a really good save out of Andrade that led to the last corner. Let's see what Sean Mileli can do from the service here. Six white shirts in the penalty area, 1 in the area of the goalkeeper. Mileli's outswinger goes to the back post. It's a good ball that found the head of Saakashvili. But now Jersey Shore BOCA with a chance to counter. Harmony Belgam. And just ran out of real estate on this near side. Out again for a throw. Fredericks' throw. Finds the chest of Filippo Dana. And now Gibi Tataba going to let fly from range. And had the goalkeeper moving for a moment, but not on target, out for a goal kick. Folks, today's Game in Frame broadcast is brought to you by Petrobax, your gateway to Spain and Portugal. From unforgettable vacations to exclusive soccer group trips, Petrobax gets you closer to the action, the culture, and the biggest teams on the Iberian Peninsula. Visit petrobax.com and start planning your dream trip today. This ball forward from Moffat giving chase, met by Sotak, looking to cut that one inside, but the experienced center back knocks this one out and can delay. Calhoun, the throw for cutting Belgam into the penalty area. And Belgam does just enough to win the corner. It'll be the first corner now for the home side. Both of these sides not off to the best starts that they would have hoped for in the 2025-26 season. Jersey Shore BOCA finishing 7th last year, now 12th out of 12 with no wins to their name, just a draw against Sewell Old Boys. But they've fared pretty well against some of the stronger teams in the region, including a 2-1 loss narrowly to Alloy SC. Ball to the back post is a good one, but flicked away by Rooney. The second ball is pumped back in. It's going to be a tougher one to deal with. Belgam was up there, but it didn't get anybody on the end and will go out for a goal kick. Especially dangerous on the second ball. Belgam was up for it, and it just avoided the head of everybody out on the pitch and out for a goal kick. Here's Mileli. Looking for Saakashvili, the forward. Bounces now for Deana. And Tataba looking again for Saakashvili. It's a lovely run and an even better ball. Ilya Saakashvili. What a save from Andrade. He's had to come up big again there. A big 1v1 stop from the goalkeeper. And the BOCA defense may have paid the price there. Bodies on the line to keep the score at a 0-0 deadlock. That was a fantastic ball on the outside of the foot from Gibi Tataba. Ilya Saakashvili timed that run pretty much perfectly, and that first touch took him forward on goal. A confident exit from the 6-yard box out of Robert Andrade, and made a crucial save to keep his side in it. And truthfully, they look second best to this moment. They needed him to come up big there. Looks like the center back, Justin Alves, is the one who's shaken up after this one. The former Ocean County College defender and midfielder, starting at the center back position today next to Clay Yanazone, formerly of Susquehanna. Was able to score in that narrow loss to Alloy. And this could prompt head coach Aaron Gilman to go to his bench earlier than he would have hoped. Former Southern Regional High School player and former New York Red Bulls youth coach Gilman leads this squad. Jersey Shore BOCA, club founded in 1978, boasts a few impressive alumni, headlined by George Gelnevach, a well-known commodity in the Jersey Shore soccer ranks, coming out of the elite setup in Wall, and of course now is the head coach at the University of Virginia, where he's been for a while. As we've mentioned, just 2 goals through 5 matches for BOCA to this point of the season. They finished last season in the APSL Delaware River Conference 5th in goals across the season. Although it must be said, a bit of a 2-horse race in the league last year with the likes of Westchester Predators and Alloy Soccer Club. Just 3 points between the first and second finishers in the league. And of course, Westchester Predators, not only National Amateur Cup champions and Delaware River Conference champions, but APSL national champions as well. Speaking with Ira Jersey about Real Central NJ's unfortunate 2-1 loss that came at the hands of an 87th minute go-ahead goal from the favorites They weren't the better team in that game, RCNJ, but they were with them for 87 of 90 minutes and only narrowly lost to who he claimed were the very best non-professional side in the country. So while the results maybe haven't been coming in, RCNJ bounced out of the U.S. Open Cup as well at the hands of Scott's American Club out of Kearney, a 3-1 loss there. Still a lot of things to be excited about for this team, although unfortunately now looking up at several other teams in the table as Gianni Smith, who's stepped back into center back position briefly. Stand corrected, Justin Alves is on the pitch, shaken up with that injury rather. He steps off now as Dylan Canzone helps provide some pressure at the left back position. Now Alves will return to the pitch. It's going to be the third corner to come for the visitors. They're going to take this one quickly as well. It's a driven ball to the top of the penalty area. De Anna drops it back. Firmino thought about the shot. Back out to the corner taker. It was Giuliano Pier Leonardi. Ran out of room. Bartels was able to pick it up. And now Belgam to try to mount the counterattack. Fouled early. Saakashvili was in there, as well as Firmino. Harmony Belgam has looked very lively on the left wing position for Jersey Shore BOCA. They're going to need him to have a big season if they want to climb out of that last place hole that they've unfortunately found themselves in. Had 6 goals in 9 games in the 2024-25 campaign. Has been injured since their opening match against Westchester, which was a 4-1 loss, unfortunately, to the top side in the division. Currently, Westchester Predators, a perfect 6 out of 6, 18 points, top of the league once again, and they don't really show any signs of slowing down, do they? Cross coming in, finds nobody. It's going to be easy pickings for Andrade. Early ball into Moffitt. Could be dangerous. Moffitt fighting with Sotak. Still Sean Moffitt. He's had Delasio with him as well. Went for the cheeky little back heel. And that one predictably trickles wide. But that will go down as the first shot from BOCA in the contest to this point. 20 minutes in. Still goalless at Veterans Park in Bayville, New Jersey. Finishing 9th out of 10th last year was Real Central, New Jersey. 4 wins and just 14 points. Only 24 goals in 18 games. They've already looked better than that to this point. Goal scoring, yes, something that they will hope to be improving on. Just 7 goals in 6 games across all competitions when you include that Open Cup loss. This is a side that's had some success to this point in the season that they should really be excited about, especially that win over Alloy. They went into Philadelphia and got a 2-1 road win against Lighthouse, who currently sit in 3rd place in the division. They've already got half of the amount of wins they had all of last season. Certainly, they'll feel more confident than they would have otherwise been in years past. It's a side that has regularly featured in U.S. Open Cup qualifiers, lost in round 2 of the 2024 qualifiers to United German Hungarians, lost in the 2023 first round of qualifiers. They actually had a bye into the second round in 2024. Ultimately, have fallen short in each of their last 3 matches in the competition, as this could be a serviceable ball for BOCA to the back post. Would have taken something special there from the likes of Calhoun to knock that one back into the mixer. It goes out harmlessly for a goal kick. Folks, remember to check out at halftime where we'll be playing Game and Frame's goals and saves for the month of September, which will be available for voting on Game and Frame socials at the end of the weekend. So make sure to check out our reel at halftime and get over to @GameandFrame on Instagram, as Frendrix thought about one from distance, didn't catch it the way he would have hoped. Another goal kick now for BOCA. The Delaware River Conference, we often talk about the travel that some teams have to make, especially for the likes of Alloy, who are all the way out in Lancaster. Imagine them coming all the way to Jersey Shore BOCA. I imagine that might be their farthest trip, perhaps Oakland United, but that's, several hours, at least 2, maybe 3, if they were to get all the way out here. For these two teams, it's about 25 minutes from the Berkeley, Bayville area that Jersey Shore BOCA is based out of to the Trenton area, Mercer County area that RCNJ are based out of. Two teams that will become increasingly familiar with one another. Jersey Shore BOCA still in the infancy of their APSL careers, and Royal Central NJ, club that was only founded in 2020, could be in a bit of trouble here as Calhoun recovers nicely with a slide challenge there. Sakashvili recovers, and here's Mileli. Mileli charging through midfield, good feet from him. De Anna gonna keep it for Firmino. Switched back out wide for Giuseppe Pierleonardi, but just lost his footing and found his way standing out of bounds. There'll be a throw-in now for BOCA. Alex Matos. Long ball on the opposite side. That was Canson. Second ball falls for Smith, and now Belgam, Harmony Belgam, looking for Adrian Delacio. Like his left wing counterpart, Delacio's been on the right and has looked pretty lively to this point. Hasn't been able to corral any good looks in the attacking third. Has that in common with his teammates so far tonight. Jibitataba. Here's Giuliano Pierleonardi. Again for Mileli. Now Giuseppe. Driven ball cleared away by Alves. Now Delacio, the former Susquehanna man, giving chase as Frendrix corrals this with little to no pressure. 25 minutes in here at Veterans Park. James Burley with Nick Kraus. Happy to have you with us for our Game and Frame broadcast of the APSL Delaware River Conference. It's a lovely ball for Giuliano Pierleonardi. Justin Alves corrals it, and Matos can play out of the danger. Again, the midfielder Alex Matos. Bouncing off Delacio. Matos. And Delacio wanted the run of Harmony Belgam. Now he's going to let that ball go in behind the back line. Just not quite on the same wavelength, and it's becoming a bit of a pattern now for Jersey Shore BOCA. They've done well in terms of getting out of pressure within their own third and the middle third. CNJ applying some passive pressure in those areas, but it's been about turning and finding a good position to attack in the opponent's half that they've really struggled. It's another good bit of pressure from Matos, and Smith can play for Alves. Long ball is intercepted once again by the right back, Dennis Rooney, the former Thomas Jefferson University D2 player, as that ball found Moffitt in a great area. That's the first time really they've been able to say that to this point, and Moffitt unfortunately pops that one over the bar, but a very good look for Jersey Shore BOCA, and now both teams have had one clear-cut chance at goal. Sean Moffitt nearly providing the opening goal just moments ago. It's still 0-0 in APSL Delaware River Conference play. Mileli dropping back between his defense, looking long for the run. Now Giuseppe. Giuseppe Giuliano Pierleonardi, a freshman playing at Albright College. Fortunately, didn't join either Giovanni or Giuseppe at Centenary in the Division III ranks, where Giuseppe was the captain in the 2024 season. Here's Tatsaba. Lost that one on the sideline, and a quick throw-in posed in the direction of Moffitt. Collected beautifully by Sotak. And Yanazone calmly watches that one go out for a throw. Matos with space in the middle. Here's Alves. Into Delasio. Good overlapping run from Calhoun, but Delasio turns back centrally. Good feet from the winger, and now he's going to challenge the back line. Lovely feet. Delasio into the penalty area. And didn't do everything he would have hoped with the finish there. It ends up being an easy save in the end for Brendan Cairns. But Delasio showing a bit of skill there, creating something out of literally nothing. He was met by 3 white shirts and slipped and slided his way out of the danger and into the penalty area. As Giuseppe plays an early ball into Ilya Saakashvili. Giuseppe again. And now Sean Millelli completing the switch for Giuliano. De Anna. Bounces off Giuliano. Can he keep this one in play? He can. The service comes in. It's deflected. It'll be the 4th corner now for Real Central NJ. And the Cream Ridge, New Jersey natives, the Pierleonardis, showing their worth on the wings early on. It's going to be Giuliano on the far side corner. Instead, going back to the top of the box, Firmino wanted it first time. Instead, it's going to be 2 tries into the penalty area for Tatsaba. The flag was up, but the save is made anyway by Andrade. Head referee Kevin Freeman doing well to let these sides play. Let's see what Jersey Shore BOCA can do with the advantage. Long ball from Calhoun for Harmony Belgam. Put him into some distance, but only as far as the end line. Again out for a goal kick. And if Jersey Shore BOCA can activate that long ball, that big switch they've been able to pick out but not quite find the target, and they're going to cause some problems for RCNJ. But to this point, haven't quite been able to do that. We saw the run from Delasio. We saw that long ball find its way into Moffitt as Saakashvili with a lovely first touch. He's into the penalty area now. He's got De Anna back, but the recovery run from Canson knocks that one out for now the 5th corner for the visitors. Going short now, Saakashvili receives it from Giuliano. Now back for the youngest Pierleonardi. Inside for Firmino. Firmino on his left. And that one got all the way through the traffic, but didn't fool Andrade. Another easy save for him. Billy Bartels, the captain. Bartels, part of the large Ocean County College contingent, as that ball's an unforced error, really, as Giuseppe can attack now, and that one is going to trickle out for yet another corner for RCNJ. And while they haven't really looked dangerous on any of these set pieces to this point, sooner or later that pressure has got to mount. BOCA absorbing tons of it. Let's see how Sean Millelli can put in a cross with the in-swinger from this side. The near side, that is. The wind picking up here just a stone's throw away from Barnegat Bay in the Jersey Shore area, Bayville, Berkeley Township. Millelli's outswinger, driven low, bounces off one BOCA shirt. Going to ground was Giuseppe. The referee, Kenny Freeman, was all over that. No foul given. Early ball the other way. Can Moffitt get on his horse? Around Fredericks. Sean Moffitt keeps that one in play. Cheeky little nutmeg again to get around Fredericks, and he wanted the foul. He's not going to get it. And a few BOCA players are incensed with the refereeing decision there, or lack thereof, really. It had the makings of a really promising move for the home side. It was a great run from Moffitt, a cheeky little nutmeg as well to wrong foot the defender Liam Fredericks. It was just a matter of Moffitt staying on his feet. He believed that he was fouled in that moment. The referee content to let things go on. Here's Rooney. Now Giuliano was able to spot the run of Saakashvili, but that's cut out by Cantone. Now Bartel's running into trouble. Gibi Tataba, an early ball into Saakashvili, who's onside. Alves in recovery. Back to Tataba, first time effort, and didn't catch it well again, out for a goal kick. And that's the next step, really, for RCNJ. They've been able to create more clear-cut chances than their opponents to this point. Can they find that final clear look? It would have been a really spectacular effort from Gibi Tataba if he was able to not only put that on target, let alone find the back of the net, but that's the next step, the next hurdle to climb if you're the visitors in this one. Uncontested long ball, one out of the air by Firmino. Belgam. He's got Rooney on his back, looking to switch it for Dilasio, and Calhoun had the overlapping run. That's cut out by Fredericks. Giuseppe. For De Anna. Foul from Bartels. Another decision that BOCA is not going to be so excited with, really. They're making their voices heard to the referee Freeman. The quick restart from the visitors is called back to center. Here's Sotak. Diana. Dropping back between the center backs as Firmino gets forward. A long ball into Tataba. Brought down beautifully, but offside. Pugliasella, the far side assistant referee, with his flag up. Harmony Belgam on the term. He got around Rooney. Belgam forward. He's got Moffitt to his right. Still Harmony Belgam cutting inside. Tried to release it, but his shot effort was deflected, and now Giuseppe can look to clear, but ran out of real estate on this near side. It'll be a throw-in for BOCA. Into the 36th minute now we go. Still 0-0 at Veterans Park. Yanazone bounces off of Smith. Now Alves. Justin Alves, the former Ocean County College man, and now pushed forward by Calhoun. The Brookdale Community College former forward, now playing right back. Matos bounces back. Here's Alves again. Left-footed, lofted ball to the back post. It's a lovely ball for Cantone, and just got out of Dylan Cantone's reach there. Member of the Ocean County College team between 2015 and 2018. Dylan Cantone made the right run, was spotted beautifully by the center back Alves and just inches away from finding the left back's head there. Janazon fighting with Saakashvili. Little tug of the shirt there, but they play on. Giuliano just running out of real estate. That was Alves' step to win the ball back. Saakashvili. Firmino avoids the charge from Gianni Smith, the Newman University midfielder who came through the youth ranks of Jersey Shore BOCA. Moffitt's ball in behind for Delasio, cut out easily by Sotek, just a little bit too eager to get forward in those areas, BOCA. Let's see if RCNJ can make them pay in possession as they concede possession once again. Matos. With loads of time in the middle, Alex Matos. Alves. And Janazon. Sitting with a pretty high line of confrontation are RCNJ, very compact as Matos combines on the right side with Calhoun. Good bounce between the two of them. Matos in behind for Moffitt, who wrong foots Fredericks. Matos gonna strike this one, and it didn't miss by a whole lot there. Another really good bit of interplay in central midfield from BOCA. When they find themselves in the attacking third, can they switch on to be a bit more dangerous? Moffitt, I think, made the right decision to fire that one, looking to get it on target, and if not, forcing a save out of Cairns and potentially presenting a rebound opportunity for the likes of Smith and Belgam, but nevertheless out again for a goal kick. And you ask yourself, is it just going to be one of those nights for each of these teams, really? So Giuliano plays forward for Ilya Saakashvili. Around Matos goes Giuliano, Pier Leonardi. Back for Mileli. Switched all the way out for Giuseppe. First time cross is defended by Janazon. The clearance didn't undo the danger. Filippo De Anna with a turn. Went down in the box. No foul given. Saakashvili shot. Another easy one for Andrade. Here's Bartels. Once a member of the NJCAA Region 19 Division III first team back in 2013 with Ocean County College. Part of the large contingent of former Vikings playing for this JSB team. Early ball from Giuliano. Looking for Saakashvili, and I think he didn't really know much about it, but that one fell kinder to him than he initially thought. And he was searching for where the ball had gone, and he might have been able to find himself in behind. Instead, it falls the way of BOCA. Long ball for Harmony Belgam, a difficult first touch off his chest. Rooney does well to disrupt him. Possession back to the shirts in white, RCNJ with it. Firmino. Driven one looking for Giuseppe. Not enough muscle on that to get by Calhoun. And now, again, Adrian Delasio. Got space to dribble inside. Mileli now coming to defend him. Canson switches for Calhoun. A lovely ball from fullback to fullback. Matos getting forward. And now Moffitt. Again for Matos. Flag is down on the near side. Moffitt looking to serve this one in. Cleared away, but only as far back as Delasio. Delacio stepping forward. Adrian Delacio lets fly off his left. That one didn't get through the traffic in front. Early clearance from Giuseppe and the second ball. Bit ambitious from Saakashvili. He was able to knock that one out of the air first time with his left foot, but the ensuing run was not embarked upon by Pierre Leonardi. And similarly down the other end, Moffitt looking in behind for a run that never came. Possession back in the hands of RCNJ. And another hopeful long ball switch off the foot of Filippo Deana. Possession being traded back and forth in the latter stages of the first 45 here at Veterans Park. Alves. Calhoun. And now Yanazone. Forward is Harmony Belgam. Gets through a couple of white shirts, and now it's out for Canson, who's looking to get this one back into a dangerous area. The clearance wasn't a good one. Could fall for Matos. Fredericks, no nonsense on the second clearance. As Harmony Belgam took the brunt of one of those collisions in the box, and he's still down. In his first match since recovering from an injury in the opening game since Westchester Predators. Since that opening 4-1 loss, hasn't been a whole lot to write home about for BOCA. A 3-0 loss away at Philadelphia Heritage, a 0-0 draw away at Sewell Old Boys, a narrow 2-1 loss at home against Alloy, and then last weekend, one to forget, a 5-0 loss on the road to Philadelphia SC. As for Real Central New Jersey, like I said, they finished 9th last season with just 4 wins. They've already got 2 through 5 matches this year. And that's good enough for 8th place at the moment out of 12. Reminder that the division increased in size from 10 to 12 this year and are now, similarly to several other APSL counterpart divisions, will be experiencing promotion and relegation for the first time in 2025-26 with Casa Select in both the Philly and New Jersey areas. APSL provides a good pathway from amateur to semi-professional, as they have done for some time now. And Harmony Belgam gonna step off, at least for the moment, at this point. We're back underway at Veterans Park. It's Yanazone for BOCA. Spoke about the home side's record in recent matches. As for the visitors, the last 3 losses, ones they hope they would have gotten back. Can't be disappointed with the most recent 2-1 loss against Westchester Predators, despite conceding as late as the 87th minute. It was Adrian Segovia who scored a cheeky little flick-on goal to equalize that match against the premier semi-professional team that is the WC Predators. Unfortunately, they lost that game narrowly. Prior to that, a 3-0 loss on the road to the German-American Kickers, also in the Trenton area. And prior to that, a 3-1 loss at home to Philadelphia SC, as Moffitt gives chase with Sotak there, and he thought he had earned a corner, but instead it's going to be a goal kick. Up next for RCNJ, they'll be at home against the Medford Strikers, another Jersey versus Jersey battle. As for the home side BOCA, they'll be right back here for a meeting with Lighthouse. Folks, be sure to tune in to our slate of broadcasts on Game and Frame. Tonight at 8 p.m., 2 APSL sides in the Metropolitan Conference battle in the Anissa Manning Cup round of 16. It's a play-in game for the rights to move on in the competition. It's New York International against New York Athletic Club. New York International have been one of the surprises of the APSL in their promotion from the CSL. That's a lovely ball across from Matos, fired off the post by Belgam. That was the closest chance we've seen to this point of the contest. A brilliant effort off the cross from Matos. The late arriving run from Belgam was struck beautifully, but off the right upright. Delasio bounces off Calhoun and defended away for another throw. Belgam looking to turn on the throw from Calhoun, driven across, defended away by Firmino. The clear from Manelli wasn't convincing, but Djiby Tataba there to clear it further. Here's Janazon. Was looking inside for Bartels, but intercepted now by RCNJ. Can they mount the counterattack? Here's Giuseppe. Gonna let fly from range, and didn't strike that one as powerfully as what he would have liked. Out of bounds for a goal kick. Folks, let me remind you of the rest of our Game in Frame broadcast for this week. On Wednesday, more APSL Metropolitan action as the New York Pan-Cyprian Freedoms take on Doxa at 8 p.m. Then on Thursday, also an APSL Metro play, Central Park Rangers play Hoboken FC for a 9 p.m. kickoff. But that will do it for the first half of action here at Veterans Park. Jersey Shore BOCA 0, Real Central NJ 0. It's been a tentative fight for the first 45. Let's see what each of these New Jersey-based APSL Delaware River Conference sides can do in the second 45. Don't go anywhere.
In the midfield. That is Unger, and what a save by Jesko! Great shot that Jesko somehow kept out.
Decent ball. Equalizer. Oh! What a save! Point blank save from the Sanzak goalkeeper.
Save! Piedrahita! Going down to the left, Piedrahita getting his hand on it.
Now in for Kawasmi. Good save from Munoz. The follow-up for Osman is wide.
Mullen. Oh, great save from Jagana. Wonderful save to flick it back on the crossbar.
That ball's fallen to the Vitus player. He's had a hit, and I think that was a really great touch by the goalkeeper, and a necessary touch, because I think that might have been just eking its way to that back corner. Dylan Apatella, huge save.
Long ball, it's dangerous up into the sun, where the internationals can't see it, and the strike, what a save that is from Jadea Gildeen. Absolutely outstanding right palm, and crucial right at the end of the game.
Over to Zane Brown. He could get here. It was a beautiful ball. Brown one-on-one with the keeper. Looks to chip him, and Hurtado gets a hand on it.
Oh, it's a great save. Huey with a great save.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish, flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. Celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petrobacs, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University, and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards, so I know that they're together, and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game & Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division I programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
And welcome back for second half action at Veterans Park between Jersey Shore BOCA and Real Central NJ. It's BOCA the home side to kick us off. We are underway for the second 45 here in Bayville, New Jersey. 0-0 in match day 6 of the Delaware River Conference in the 2025-26 APSL season. Both sides with a couple of decent chances, particularly RCNJ in the early part of that first half. In the last 10-15 minutes or so, BOCA really started to ease their way into the game and had a couple of good looks. Harmony Belgam fired one off the post in the dying minutes of the first half, but a couple of really good chances, including an outstretched save from Rob Andrade, as well as a one-on-one stop on Ilya Saakashvili. from the BOCA goalkeeper to keep RCNJ at bay. And let's see what they can do in the second half. Here is Saakashvili. Got around the challenge of Gianni Smith. And it's the substitute at the right back position. That's Pierre Bosquet from the Hamilton area, formerly of Trenton FC and the Garden State Soccer League. Sotak, driven ball, and he had the run from the substitute Bosquet, and if that one had been maybe a little less straight and more diagonal, that could have really opened up the BOCA defense. Here's Justin Alves. Alves normally a fullback for this BOCA side, but tasked with playing center back next to Yanazone as the next two choices unavailable for selection today for the home team. Missing several players, and it's been a theme so far this season for the home side, as it's an early switch and for Delasio. Delasio cuts this one back across. Bosquet is there, and Cairns calmly plays this one back out of danger. Belgam trying to run at the defense, and he's going to be called for the foul there, use of the arms, according to the referee Freeman. In addition to missing several defenders, starting center mid Grady Edwards is out with a partially torn meniscus from last week's game against Philadelphia SC. That's about a 6-week recovery. And that's not to mention an obstacle for just about every team in the semi-professional ranks of soccer. You often have some college standout players who won't be available. As many as 6 guys and some local U23 players unavailable for Jersey Shore BOCA that will later come back in the spring. Tataba switches. Now forward for Saakashvili. Real chance here for RCNJ. Saakashvili fires and scores! 3 minutes into the second half, we have our breakthrough. It's the number 9 up front for the visitors. Ilya Saakashvili on a good ball out wide. Brings it into the penalty area. And a good left-footed finish into the bottom corner. Andrade left on an island, unfortunately. And it's the breakthrough from the visitors. 1-0, they lead. And it might be something of an unfamiliar feeling for RCNJ. It's been about a month since they had a lead in any match. And that was a 2-1 win, I should say, on the road against Lighthouse. Now they're on the road against Jersey Shore BOCA, and they lead 1-0 off the foot of Ilya Saakashvili, his second goal of the 2025-26 campaign. Long ball's one out of the air by Firmino. Tataba plays this out wide. Attacking there, the right back substitute, Alex Lobato. Another change for this RCNJ team. The left back position, 27 in white, giving chase there. Norberto Crespo enters as well. Liam Fredericks steps off after a hard-fought first half. As well as Dennis Rooney, the fullbacks, both off. And correction, Lobato will be on the right wing position opposite Giuseppe Pierleonardi. He replaces Giuliano, the youngest of the Pierleonardis. The goal scorer, Saakashvili, defended nicely, I should say, by BOCA, but only as far as the midfield. Tataba awaiting the run of Mileli. He's going to hold this one back for Lobato. Pierre Bosquet on the overlapping cross inside for Daana. Nearly fell nicely. Mileli's going to let fly. He couldn't catch it well. Mileli again on the second try. And that's defended in the end by Canson and out for a corner. That's the 7th corner now already for Real Central NJ. It's going to be a left-footed in-swinger from the corner. This one going to the back post. Flooded back in front and clipped over the goal for another goal kick. Good reactive defending in the end. I think Billy Bartels might have been the last one to knock that one over. It's a lovely, lovely ball from Norberto Crespo. And I'm not sure which white shirt knocked it back in from the back post, but a lovely set play to recognize that the first ball didn't come into a dangerous area. You got to knock it back in front. Here's the 8th corner now. This one a little bit too close to the goalkeeper, Andrade, who collects. Brought down by Belgam. Good step forward by Sotak, who switches for Busquets. Tataba bounces for Mileli. Looking back inside for the crafty midfielder, Djiby Tataba was Sean Mileli. They just couldn't combine there. Here's Yanazone. Long ball from Smith. The intended target, I believe, was Delasio, but Crespo okay with that one trickling out for another throw. I mentioned player availability being something of a constraint for this Jersey Shore BOCA team. If we look back to some of their other matches, as Motas crosses this one back in for Belgam, and it just wrong-sided him. It's corralled again by Canson. Now for Bartels, who thought about it. Lovely ball over the back. But the flag was up anyway as that trickled away from Calhoun and out for a goal kick. In their opening match against Westchester Predators, they lost 4-1, but that game was 1-1 into the 70th minute. The majority of that one against the league's best for BOCA, unfortunately, couldn't keep it drawn to the end. They lost their following match 3-0, but had 10 players in that game with a number of injuries and illnesses, and the aforementioned collegiate players who are unavailable as Belgam intercepts Tataba. Wanted to link up with Moffitt, but was defended nicely in the end by Firmino. Now Busquets can't get a touch on that one. Flick on from Smith is a good one. The turn from Belgam, met by Firmino. And a foul whistled. Wasn't sure if that was initially for just the injury. It's Djiby Tataba, who's slow to his feet, but he's the one whistled for the foul, actually. And this represents a really good crossing opportunity for BOCA. Can Dylan Canson get a service in to a dangerous area? We've seen the likes of Belgam be really dangerous now on a number of opportunities. Yanazone presents a good target. Delasio as well. Canson instead goes short. Motas looking back for the free kick taker. Canson, who is able to avoid the goal kick in favor of the throw-in. There's another couple of changes will be made, this time by the home side. Adrian Delasio and Billy Bartels will step off. Stepping onto the pitch now for the visitors. Tony Aguilar, the former Georgian court player, will step into the midfield. A late arriving run. And thrown back in and put away, but the flag had been up on the far side and was out of bounds on the end line. Nice hustle, though, from the home side and putting that ball away. And a yellow card shown, I believe, for perhaps a word that was floated out towards the referee. Not sure what the infraction was there, but it's Enzo Scala, the substitute, who actually did the work in creating that chance, who goes into the book almost immediately after stepping on. It'll be the first booking of the contest issued towards BOCA's winger. Lovely ball from De Anna. The flag is down for Bosquet if he can keep this one in play. And it is a bit of a narrow pitch here at Veterans Park, and that one trickles away from the right fullback. It's a good ball from Filippo De Anna. Here's Yanazone to Motas. Calhoun running into a little trouble with the pressure from Saakashvili there. Trying to play it back for Crespo, who I think is going to be shown yellow for his antics there. And he will be. Just a bit of gamesmanship from the substitute left back, Norberto Crespo. Ultimately, though, I think that little nudge of the ball was crucial to allowing his team to get numbers back and defend. Perhaps worth the yellow card for knocking the ball away after the whistle. It's Matos and Alves. Wanted the run of Moffitt, and again, not on the same page there. Aguilar on the turn. Scala trying to regain control of the ball, but was defended well by Crespo in the end. It makes for a really interesting battle on the far side of the pitch as well. The right winger for BOCA recently substituted on, immediately on a yellow. The left back for RCNJ recently substituted on and on a yellow as well. We'll see how those two approach it, as Aguilar did well to get on that throw-in, and nearly making a mess out of it was the goalkeeper Brendan Cairns. And no foul given from the referee as Moffitt comes in late and collides with him. It's going to be a corner for BOCA. Perhaps a little bit too careless with the time-wasting antics from the goalkeeper Brendan Cairns. For a moment, it looked like he was going to let that ball bounce all the way into his own net. Instead, it trickles just wide. He has to hop on it like a grenade and take the corner. He might have paid the price as well. There was a bit of a collision in there. Let's see what the home side can do from the corner. Matos' ball in on the goalkeeper. Belgam got up and just knocked it over the bar. Another really good look from Harmony Belgam in his first game back from injury. Hit the post in the first half and just narrowly misses on the corner in the second. Jersey Shore BOCA knocking on the door for the equalizer. Now some substitutes coming for the visitors. It's going to be the end of Giuseppe Pierleonardi. His night is done, as well as Ilya Saakashvili, the goal scorer. So a bit of a change in things as far as the front three goes. We'll see how that affects the shape, if it does, of RCNJ. Pierre Bosquet is going to go to the left wing position in favor of Giuseppe. Filippo De Anna on the ball here, giving chase on Canson, is going to take over at the number 9 position. And the substitute now is the middle brother, Giovanni Pierleonardi, formerly of PDA and Centenary, will come in at the right back position. And likewise stepping on is Eric Karchipula, the former Heightstown native and Mercer County Community College alum, playing at MCC between 2023 and 24. Pressure mounting from BOCA as Crespo just clears the danger. Another change coming for the home side. Dylan Canson will step off the left fullback. Looks like Gianni Smith will step into the back line to shore things out. As Danny Lindov makes his year-long return, much awaited for the home side. Played 3 games in last year's season, scored 3 goals and 1 assist, 4 goal contributions in 3 games. This is his first match back since November of 2024. Danny Lindov taking over up front could be the spark that this team needs, but they could be in a bit of trouble now. Filippo Downa letting one go from distance. He was able to wrong foot Justin Alves, who misjudged a bounce in the back, but the recovery from BOCA was brilliant and forced Downa into what would have been a spectacular goal if he was able to pull that one off. Instead, it's another easy save for Andrade, and he's made several of both big and expected saves. He's been busy, unfortunately trailing 1-0 to Real Central NJ. The fight on the far side. Good effort from Enzo Scala. And he's won the corner for BOCA. Some more attacking pieces added to the equation here. Into the 63rd minute now, past the hour mark at Veterans Park. The outswinger coming in for BOCA. Doesn't beat the first defender, that's Sotak to clear. Falls to Matos. And now Smith pumps it back in. Took a deflection from Deana. Flicked on by Yanazone. Crespo fighting for it. Aguilar. Now for Scala, who's trying to put it back into the mixer. Bosquet was back from the left wing position to defend it and clear. Six of the next 7 matches for BOCA will be right here at home. They play Real Central today, then Lighthouse, and then in the NJ State Cup they play SR United of the Garden State Soccer League before a date with Vitus United, and then that one road match in the stretch, not too far down the road against Oakland United, before games against Medford and the German American Kickers. And that point in the schedule certainly favorable to BOCA, who have, to this point, had a really tough go of it. Have played 3 of the top 4 teams in the division and played tight games in the 2 big ones, Alloy as well as Westchester Predators. Sotak doing well to step out of the center of defense and launching this one forward. Cole Sotak, not only a graduate of the Philadelphia Union Academy and a stalwart center back for this Real Central Jersey team, but spent a good collegiate career at Rutgers University before ending it as a grad student with Ryder. Alves was looking forward for Belgam. Moffitt finds it now. Could be a real chance. Calhoun was looking for Scala, but a foul coming right on top of the penalty area. This is going to be about 22 yards from goal. A real opportunity now for Jersey Shore BOCA. Jibi Tataba was the guilty party committing that foul. And he's the one pleading his case in front of the referee. Freeman now going to set up this wall. We'll see who stands over this for BOCA, certainly in shooting distance. Looks like Danny Lindov presents a right-footed option. Another player standing over it from the left. As many as 5 players in the wall for RCNJ. Make no mistake, they sense the impending danger of this. It's going to be Lindov. No, it's not. The left-footed strike trickles wide. It was the fellow substitute Scala with it, and he didn't catch it well. Goal kick. Early young ball goes over the heads of all the defense and back to the goalkeeper, Andrade. Andrade, one of the more reliable goalkeepers in the APSL Delaware River Conference, was 4 times goalkeeper of the week in 24-25 and has already earned 1 mention as goalkeeper of the week through the young 2025-26 season, just match day 6 here on October the 19th. Matos with a lovely bit of footwork to get around Tataba, but it was Carpachula, as well as Labato, who got things started the other way. It's Carpachula with a good long ball into Daana. Off his line is Andrade. Can he shield this one all the way out for a throw? Brilliant work from the goalkeeper there. Bringing numbers forward are RCNJ Aguilar, trying to clear Matos. Gets it back to center, but only as far as Mileli. Smelling the blood are RCNJ. Carpachula was looking for Tataba. Mileli flicks it back into a dangerous area, but that's picked up nicely. And clipped forward by BOCA, but to no avail once again. A hopeful ball, really with no target to name. Mileli's long throw. Daana flicks on. Here's Alves. Connects lovely with Matos. And now Yanazone, the former 4-year captain of the Jersey Shore BOCA's U23 team, sends it forward. The second ball falls. Matos. Turning. Lindov. Good recovery defense by Mileli, who takes the brunt of the challenge from Lindov. Foul given. Long ball in the direction of Bosquet. It's a lovely one. Pierre's got the wheels to reach it. Pierre Bosquet cutting into the penalty area. Thought about the shot. Still Bosquet fires! And did that one find the back of the net? Looked like for a moment that they were celebrating a goal, but I think that did just trickle wide. It was a bit of a deceiving look on the back of the goal. And if you've been paying attention to lower level soccer within the area for the past week or so, you'll know that it's become a bit of a hot topic, is goals that appear like they might have gone in, but perhaps went in through the side of the net. And of course, I'm speaking about the second round U.S. Open Cup qualifying tie between Doxa and Lansdowne Yonkers, 2 New York-based APSL teams that ended in a 2-1 round 2 qualifying victory for Lansdowne Yonkers. But one of the clips showed that one of their goals might not have gone in against Doxa. I think we just received another similar moment that looked perhaps like Bosquet may have scored, but instead pushed it just wide, and the angle deceived us. Still 1-0 to RCNJ. And now into a back 5 go the visitors with their most recent substitution entering the match. Kessner Leon, Mercer County Community College from 2021 to 23. He does well to bounce the ball back to Giovanni Pier Leonardi. His ball doesn't find the forward again. Back in a rigid 5-4-1, sitting much deeper than we've seen to this point of the game, our RCNJ. Can BOCA break them down? That is the question for the final 20 minutes or so at Veterans Park. Leon fighting with Smith, and now Andrade. Foul going to be whistled against him for a little shove on the defense. Numbers pushing forward as Janazon steps into midfield. Lindov bounces for Aguilar. Instead, the other way, Lobato with an early ball into Leon. He knew he was in an offside position. And now BOCA regains possession. Those two just jawing at each other. So on the message from the rest of the RCNJ defense is, get back and help. Belgam wanted to charge forward. Instead, it's corralled again by the visitors and cleared. Miguel Duran, the substitute there, doing the no-nonsense work and clearing. One of the back three now. Duran next to Firmino and Sotak, the wing-backs. Giovanni Leonardi, as well as Roberto Crespo, and a rigid, flat midfield four in front of them. Be another substitution now for the home side. Sean Moffitt, the starting center forward, who has stepped beneath Lindov since his entrance. He'll be off. The final push forward is coming from BOCA. They hope to get a result out of this one, what would be their second result of the season, should they at least find a point. Calhoun giving pressure on Bosquet. Lovely turn, and a good ball forward for Leon. Does he have the speed to beat Andrade to it? The goalkeeper does well off his line to clear. Launched forward, and won by Sotak. Can he keep this one in play? Lovely stuff from the former Rutgers center back. Aguilar does well to win it for BOCA. Here's Matos. Gianni Smith looking ahead. Enzo Scala, the second ball fell to him. Mileli only gets it as far as Matos. Now Calhoun. Driven inside. Lindov trying to keep it. Duran clears. Oh, what a turn that is! From Kessner Leon to Wrongfoot Smith. Does he have the wheels to keep it up? But no, it's a brilliant recovery from Smith in the end to see out the danger and put out the fire. But a lovely turn from Kessner Leon. Sotak does well to play out the danger from the early cross. That was the substitute Doug Jensen. Right now, it's Pierre Bosquet. Was trying to slow things down with Sean Mileli. Only 6 players behind the ball now for BOCA. The recovery, though, comes back. Alves and Scala crossed into Leon, who turns. His shot was deflected by Janazon and corralled again by BOCA. Into the 75th minute now. 15 minutes plus stoppage time, separating us from a 1-0 finish. RCNJ leads on the 48th minute goal from Ilya Saakashvili. Doug Jensen bringing that forward. As far back as Matos now. Aguilar. And cleared again by the visitors. It must be said, they're being very responsible and smart in their defense. There's no denying the intention of head coach Ira Jersey. Sit back deeper, bring on a 5th defender, and make it real difficult for BOCA, who haven't really looked much like breaking down their opposition, at least through the center of defense. They've had some success on the wings, but they've made it really difficult. But can they withstand this type of pressure for 15 minutes? Certainly seems like they're playing a good amount of defend first and just hoof it 15 minutes seems like that might be a tall task. Can they withstand the pressure that BOCA is starting to mount the other way? Janazone bounces now again for Calhoun. Early ball to the back post, nobody there for the home side. It's going to trickle out for a goal kick, exactly what you want if you're Real Central New Jersey. And just out of your frame, that ball's trickled actually through the fence and all the way out of bounds. Some more precious time going to tick away from Jersey Shore BOCA. We love grassroots soccer here in New Jersey. A more clear 4-3-3. More clear 4-3-3, excuse me, from Jersey Shore BOCA. Just seemed for a moment there that they might have actually put the ball in play inadvertently, but the referee confirming that the ball is going to go live now as Firmino knocks this one long. Smith does well to win it out of the air. The second ball falls for Eric Carpacciula. And Scala sends this forward for Harmony Belgam, met by Firmino. It's a good challenge from Firmino, and it needed to be to delay. It's going to be a throw-in for BOCA. As I was saying, just a little bit more of a clear 4-3-3 for the home side as Scala steps back into midfield from the right wing position with the entrance of Jensen into the match. Moffitt's removal from the game also leaves Lindov as the clear number 9. Lindov checking. Belgam flicks this one back into the mixer, cleared by Firmino. And Leon uncontested to bring this one down. Now Matos is in there, but Leon does really well to avoid another blue shirt. Forward now come Real Central New Jersey. It was the captain Mileli who tried to slalom his way through a couple of defenders, corralled instead by Calhoun. And that's actually Aguilar who's going to be fouled on his way out of the back, and Mileli will go into the book for that tactical foul. "12 minutes plus stoppage time to go here at Veterans Park. 1-0. The visitors lead on an early second half goal. Ilya Saakashvili's second of the season. He's now the first RCNJ player to score multiple goals through their 6 league matches this year. The big switch from Smith in the direction of Calhoun is corralled instead by Aguilar. And he's going to be fouled by Bosquet. Quick free kick from Aguilar. He gets it on the overlapping run again. His cross flicked on. That was Jensen who wanted it. It falls kindly. Lindov fires, defended away by Sotak. And again back into the mixer, cleared away by Sotak. Leon going to give chase. Janazone and Andrade converge on it. Out for a throw, the goalkeeper going to throw this one back in. Playing with so much urgency now is BOCA. Here's Alves in his preferred fullback position. Started the game as a center back. Plays out wide for Harmony Belgam, who's charging at Miguel Duran, who does well. And Giovanni Pierleonardi with a half-hearted clearance just gets out for a throw. Enzo Scala to get things back underway, the attacking player. Trickling behind the defense was Jensen. Duran clears. And Lobato does well to keep it in play. Leon could have room to run. Kefner Leon cuts inside on Aguilar, converged upon by a number of BOCA players. Once again, it's good recovery from BOCA, and really a lot to ask of Kefner Leon to try to take on as many as 4 or 5 defenders at once, but that's the price you pay when you go to this defensive shape, and it certainly seems to be working. I haven't seen any clear-cut looks from BOCA in the last 10 minutes or so. Here's Janazone. Doug Jensen, driven ball. Sotak the first to it. And Carpacciula can clear right to the feet of Leon. And almost combined well with Busquet there. But instead, BOCA regained possession. Here's Smith. Calhoun wide for Doug Jensen. Inside for Scala, who rides the challenge as Sotak. And that foul is going to be given. I think he saw an elbow up high, Kenny Freeman. That's the motion there from the referee. Just caught Scala a little bit up high. The argument from the RCNJ players is there was a foul going back the other way. How can you call one if you don't call both? Well, the referee has done that, and it's going to be another opportunity now for Jersey Shore BOCA. We saw Denny Lindov stand over it with his right foot. We saw Scala offer the left-footed option on the last free kick in this area, and it ended up being a uninspiring effort, really, from Scala in the end. Scala and Alex Matos standing over it, with Dane Calhoun offering the wide option. And currently he stands alone unguarded, but now Pierre Bosquet will go over and apply some passive pressure. It's Scala. He'll serve it to the back post. Lindov tried to float it back in, but he's going to be whistled for the foul. Hands on the back of the defense there. Not a whole lot of contact in it, but the referee certainly all over that one. Under 8 minutes plus stoppage time to go now for Jersey Shore BOCA. And if it felt like 10-15 minutes ago, like maybe RCNJ went to park the bus perhaps a bit too early, haven't seen a whole lot of inspiring attack from BOCA, but that could change in the final few minutes. Jensen forward, defended brilliantly by Crespo. That's a lovely challenge, and to keep it in play as well. An excellent second half performance from the substitute, Roberto Crespo. Yanazone steps into the midfield. And now Aguilar and Matos, looking like a back three for the final few minutes from BOCA. Jensen forward. Cross inside, looking for Lindov, is defended away. Back out wide, Aguilar. And Jensen. Leon does well to put pressure on Matos, who has to be content with just the throw-in. Smith, and now Yanazone. Good pressure from Carpachula. And a long ball from Smith. Finds the foot of Aguilar, and his first touch just let him down a little bit. It was a difficult one to deal with, a driven ball right into his feet. It was the right idea to get the numbers forward quick, but would have taken a spectacular first touch from Aguilar to really spring the attack there. And the game management antics, both tactically and in the moment, have been beautiful from RCNJ. Should they see this out, that will be a clear talking point in the success of their performance. Bosquet. Out wide, Labato. Confronted by Alves. 17 on 17 here for RCNJ and BOCA. And that one's going to go out for a BOCA throw. Smith, under pressure from Bosquet, could be in trouble here. And Smith does just get out of the danger. Calhoun. Forward for Scala, and pushing the issues the other way. Doug Jensen, oh, just out of his reach and out for a throw. Looked like there was really some purpose to that attack forward from BOCA. Just had to be cut short. Throw in for the visitors. And that's going to be a tug of the shirt from Calhoun on Bosquet. And it's interesting if we'll see a card come out of the pocket here, but you better believe that RCNJ will be in no hurry regardless, as we just now enter the 86th minute, the final 5 here at Veterans Park. Folks, remember, we've got game and frame matches for the rest of the week. Tonight, kicking off at 8, it's New York International versus New York Athletic Club in the Manning Cup round of 16. A big New York State matchup between two of the best teams in the APSL. Then on Wednesday at 8 p.m., it's New York Pan-Cyprian Freedoms versus Doxa in APSL Metro play. And then Thursday the 23rd at 9 p.m., Central Park Rangers against Hoboken FC, also in the APSL Metro. Second ball is a fight between Scala and Leon. Scala does well and recovers for Andrade. Here's Calhoun. Looking down the line. Jensen again the target. Crespo does well to win that off him and maintain possession as well for RCNJ. Lovely feed again from Crespo and Carpachula. Looking forward for Leon. He would have been onside, but it's defended nicely by Smith. Yanazone. And Jensen. Looking forward for Harmony Belgam. Just too much oomph on that one. And Cairns can tick off some more time from the game clock. Leon with a lovely first touch. But Andrade again quick off his line and smart. Keeping possession with Alves and now Calhoun. 3 minutes from stoppage time to go in this one. Forward for Scala. Crespo gets a foot to it and delays the attack for just a moment. Throw in to come for BOCA deep in enemy territory. 9 white shirts in their own half now. And all within their own attacking third to defend. Forward now for Scala. Driven across, defended by Crespo. Corner to come for BOCA. Everyone but Leon back to defend for Real Central New Jersey. Leon and Justin Alves are the only ones back. Aguilar, Matos, and Smith sit on top of the penalty area. 5 other shirts in the mix for BOCA. The cross coming in from Scala to the back post. Yanazone puts it back in play. Fighting for it as well was Jensen on the second ball, but Brendan Cairns collects and can tick some more time away from this one. Long ball from Cairns. Bosquet is going to be applying some pressure on Smith. This could be a difficult one. Andrade going to have to use his head to get this one out of the danger. Leon fighting for the second ball. Instead now it's Matos. Forward again for Belgam. And again collected by the goalkeeper Cairns. Here's Firmino. Again looking long, and they could have numbers here. Carpachula for Labato. 2v2 if they hurry for RCNJ. Labato going to be smart about this and heading to the corner. Met by Smith. And he's going to be whistled for the foul there. Into the 90th minute of 90 at Veterans Park. Real Central New Jersey leading 1-0 on the road against Jersey Shore BOCA. Off the early second half goal from Ilya Sakaishvili. Aguilar. Forward for BOCA. Out wide now for Calhoun. If the result holds, Real Central New Jersey would pick up their first win since September the 21st on the road against Lighthouse. BOCA still looking for their second point of the season, just 1 draw to their name. Here's Aguilar. Can they rescue a point? Out wide looking for Calhoun. Can he keep this one in play? Defended brilliantly once again by Crespo. And he wins a goal kick. We've played the full 90 now into second half stoppage time. We'll keep an eye on the referee, Kenny Freeman. Gives a glance to his watch now as RCNJ prepare this goal kick. This one goes right out of play. Back underway, Andrade. Last chance for BOCA. Smith. And Calhoun, can they get their numbers forward? Out wide for Belgam. But once again, running into the obstacle that is the sideline, out for a throw. We'll see how much stoppage time Freeman decides is warranted in this one. That's all that separates us from the finish at this point. Will be a hard-fought win for Real Central New Jersey should they hold on. Belgam with the turn into the penalty area. Tried to cross this one back into a dangerous area, but was put off just enough by the recovering run from Carpetrula. Goal kick. Long ball flicked on by Bosquet, and now Leon could be the first to it. Andrade slides. Leon corrals it, and he's actually going to give the throw-in back to BOCA, or so I thought. The linesman on the far side, that's assistant referee Tom Pugliasella, who awards the throw-in to RCNJ. More time ticking away from BOCA. We are now into the 93rd minute. Perhaps this throw-in and one more look forward for BOCA before we hear the three whistles. Early clearance from BOCA. Mileli recovers. Andrade switches for Alves. They've got to look long. They've got to go quick. Lobato pressures. Matos. Smith. Last gasp for BOCA. He sends this one forward. One out of the air by Crespo. Bosquet picks up the second ball, looking forward for Kefner Leon. And that one is out on the sideline. It'll be a throw. Is this the last chance now for BOCA? Andrade hoofs it forward. Lindov fighting for the second with Lobato. Lobato clears. Leon could be in here. Andrade off his line. Lovely touch from Yanazone. Can it spring a chance forward? Big switch. Looking for Denny Lindov. What a ball from Yanazone. Lindov corrals it. Trying to keep it for Alves. Alves' cross. It's a good one for Belgam. Defended away. Second ball. Scala ran into pressure with Duran, and the second challenge confirms what's been waiting. Full time at Veterans Park. Real Central New Jersey take the 3 points on the road. They win this one 1-0 off the goal from Ilya Sakaishvili in the 48th minute. A good fight from both sides, a very even match from start to finish, really, between BOCA and Real Central New Jersey. BOCA will stay on the bottom of the table as it stands on just 1 point through 6 matches. Real Central New Jersey with their third win. They're one away from their total in all of 2024-25. A great start to the season now. Their first win in almost a month for the visitors. We'll be back with a word from someone on Real Central New Jersey after this. Don't go anywhere.
That is Unger, and what a save by Jesko! Great shot that Jesko somehow kept out.
Decent ball. Equalizer. Oh! What a save! Point blank save from the Sanzak goalkeeper.
Save! Piedrahita! Going down to the left, Piedrahita getting his hand on it.
Now in for Kowasmi. Good save from Munoz. The follow-up for Osman is wide.
Mullen. Oh, great save from Jagana. Wonderful save to flick it back on the crossbar.
That ball's fallen to the Vitus player, and he's had a hit, and I think that was a really great touch by the goalkeeper, and a necessary touch, because I think that might have been just eking its way to that back corner. Dylan Apratella, huge save.
Long ball, it's dangerous up into the sun, where the internationals can't see it, and the strike, what a save that is from Jadea Gildeen. Absolutely outstanding right palm, and crucial right at the end of the game.
Over to Zane Brown. He could get here. It was a beautiful ball. Brown one-on-one with the keeper. Looks to chip him, and Hurtado gets a hand on it.
Oh, it's a great save. Huey with a great save.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish, flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. Celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petrobax, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University, and I play forward. The salt air case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards, so I know that they're together, and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer, and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game & Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
James Burley back at Veterans Park, a 1-0 win for Real Central New Jersey over Jersey Shore BOCA. I'm here with Captain Sean Mullally. A good 1-0 win, the first win in almost a month for you guys. A big result here and an early second half goal. A little bit tentative in the first half, had some really good chances but couldn't find the breakthrough. What was going through your guys' heads during the break and then to ultimately get that goal in the second half?
Yeah, I think at the time when we came in and regrouped at halftime, we noticed that I feel like we had a good amount of chances, and we were definitely dominating for the first 45, and it was just a matter of time of when we put the ball in the back of the net. I think we were just rushing our chances in the final third, but everything else from our back line to when we defended and then when we ended up countering and attacking their goal, I thought was great. And like I said, we just had to put the ball in the back of the net, and we wanted to do that early in the second half, and thankfully it got done. We could have hoped for more, but we got that first one, so that was big.
And it's a couple of good performances in a row now. A narrow loss in the last one to one of the best teams in the league, but this time you follow it up with a good 3 points on the road. Just what's the group's mentality moving forward now?
Yeah, I mean, we all talk about it, and like you said, it's been the first win in over a month, but we just kind of look at we kind of not look at what we've done and just kind of move forward. When we take a loss, we keep our heads high, we move forward just like any other team, I'm sure, and we forget about it and we move on. And we look at our end goal. We want to definitely be in the playoff contention, maybe even at the top. So there's a lot of games left to be played, and we know that we just got to take every game one at a time and get it done.
And control was the name of the game today. You bossed the midfield for 90 minutes tonight, and you're keeping control, but also the back line as well. Choosing to end the game with 5 defenders to really see things out, park the bus a little bit. Just that tactical development, how did that help the team see out the win?
Yeah, I think switching to 5 back at the end is one of our strong points. We can play many different formations, and we go over it at practice, and we go through the tactics for each one. So in every situation of the game, we kind of know when we have to adjust to it, and we all fall into whatever role we have to really get into. Going to the 5 back, of course, we have more defenders, 3 center backs, so I have a lot of help from Firmino and Cole back there, especially when I'm playing in the midfield. I feel very comfortable, and everybody else, even the guys I play with in the midfield, it just helps us build out from that 5 back compared to, like you said, in the first half when we're playing, a normal standard 4 back.
3 points to feel good about for Real Central NJ. 1-0 win on the road over Jersey Shore BOCA. Sean Malelli, the captain, thank you very much. A good win for Real Central New Jersey. I've been James Burley, Nick Krause behind the camera. Thank you guys so much for joining us on Game and Frame. We'll see you next time.